Hello, I'm going to talk today about how to invest in the market, like how to allocate your money based on the mistakes that I've made. I'm just going to talk a bit about like some of the mistakes that I made, okay, when I started to invest in the market. Okay, so it was maybe like 3 or 4 years ago I started to invest in the market and I didn't know anything about it. The reason why I decided to invest is because like some of my friends, actually I had one friend who had been investing in it and he had made like he had saved a lot of money in the market, but when 2008 happened he lost a lot of money, but he still told me that I should invest, I should learn about it. He told me I should, even though he lost some money, I should still learn how to invest in the market. So I was kind of interested when I learned that. First of all, the first thing that got my attention about wanting to invest in the market was just knowing that some people actually make a living off of investing in the market. I was like, what? You mean to tell me that some people can just sit behind a computer and make a living off of investing in the market? I was like, I want to learn how to do that. And also knowing that there were people like Warren Buffett who has made, I mean, a lot of money off of the market. I was like, wow, I was like, yes, I need to learn this thing. So those are the two reasons why I decided to invest. Now let's get back into like some of the mistakes that I made when I started to invest. Okay. When I started to invest, I was very excited and I was like, I want to make money real quick. People make a lot of money. I want to be one of those who make a lot of money. And when you have that kind of mindset, when you're thinking like you want to make money real fast, it's very easy to fall for scams. Okay, so I don't know how did it happen, but I somebody, I don't know who told me about penny stocks, or I guess I just thought about it. Like I thought, I guess I sat down and I thought like, okay, what's the best way to make some money? And then I was thinking like, okay, if if I can buy a stock really cheap, I can wait for it to grow. That's what I was thinking, and that's true. You want to buy stock cheap and wait for it to grow. So I thought, okay, so what are the first stocks that I can buy and wait for them to grow? And now in my head, I was thinking like, wow, penny stocks. There's such a thing as penny stocks. If I buy penny stocks, I can just buy many of them, buy many penny stocks, and just cross my fingers and hope that I bought the right one and wait for it to grow, because all stocks are going to grow. So the best way, and I don't know. I was like, I guess I'll just buy many penny stocks and invest a lot of money in penny stocks and wait for it to grow without doing any research and just thinking like, I'm so smart and I'm not gonna tell anybody and I'm just gonna wait for my penny stocks to grow. So there was a company that was like advertising. I don't know, some people might know about Zoomani, like that company. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And I put, so far I invested like 1,500 in this crazy penny stock, because these people kept saying how all these stars are, a part of it. Like they were putting out the names of like actual stars. Like there was a time that they said Akon was a part of it, and then there was a time that they said what's this guy's name? I don't remember his name, but they were putting out these stars and saying, okay, they are going to have a concert or something, or I don't know, it was like a musical thing, and how it was going to explode, and how it was going to mint a lot of millionaires. So I don't know, like you make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was like, yes. So that's what happened. Well, anyway, it did not happen. Okay, but I have to say there was a time that like they were advertising it and people were buying it, and I remember just sitting at home and watching. Like I would click refresh and the stock was running in one day, like it would just run up, and I was like, oh, it's happening, it's happening. So I remember at one point and I was thinking like, should I take my money out now? But they sent an email out very quickly saying, don't sell anything yet, don't sell it, because this stock is going to run up. This is just the beginning, it's at the tip of the iceberg. And I was like, yes. I just kept buying more. And after about 2 days, I remember the day that it happened, when it was just dropping so fast before my very eyes. And I was just like, what is going on? I'm losing all my money right now. Everything is just like in a couple of minutes. Okay, I swear to God, no kidding. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to sell it as. Like, if you put the price that you want to sell it at, before you know it has already passed that. It's like it's going lower. It's like it was so crazy. And I just stayed in there. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for it to bounce back up, because these people sure as hell they sent out an email saying how it's going to go up, and then that was it. They disappeared and never heard back from them. I don't know if anybody sued them, but it was a pump and down, and I fell for it. And ever since then, I was like, I don't think I ever want to invest in any more penny stocks. So that's my penny stock nightmare. Well, anyway, luckily, I learned from it, and I just kept doing. The most important thing is that did not discourage me. That did not make me say, you know what, I don't want to invest in the market anymore. It made me go, you know what, there are some people out there that are doing it and who are doing it right. An example is Warren Buffett. And I was like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be the next Warren Buffett. I mean, who knows, right? But I don't know. But I was like, there are people out there who are actually doing it, and I know this for a fact. And I was like, this will not discourage me. I'm going to keep learning. And I'm so glad that I kept learning and kept hanging in there. So right now I've been saving a lot of money, saving, and all the money that I save, well, most of it, I don't say all of it, but most of the money that I save in the market. And I'm so happy that I've been saving, because even though my account is still like at a loss right now, I would say I'm like making money yet, but I've at the end of the day I've been able to save a lot of money. Even though I've lost some money from the capital that I invested, I've also like saved a lot, because I know that if I wasn't putting my money in the market, I would have used that money for other things. There's always like, I don't know, there's always something that you want to spend money on, especially after you've worked so hard or done something. You always go, wow, okay, I need to reward myself with a new bag or a new car or something. You're always going to want to spend money on something, money that you could actually be saving. So, yes, I'm sure I've gone off topic right now. I'm not even sure exactly what I was trying to talk about. Anyway, I was trying to initially, I believe I was trying to say like how you should allocate your money in the market. I believe that if you have some money, let's say if you have, okay, let me go down to, if you want to start, okay, if you have like $1,000 that you want to invest in the market, I believe that you should put 70% in like good name stocks. Okay, put in stocks. And if you know about options, it will be amazing, because options are great. Okay, options is a way that you could make money real quick, but you could also lose money real quick. So you want to put like 70% in like good name stocks, and you also want to put like 30% in options. You never want to put all of your money in options. I would never do that. I would never recommend for anyone to do that, knowing me and knowing the kind of risk that I can take, because I guess it depends on the person, because some people want to take risk and they know how to manage their risk. If you know how to manage your risk and you're willing to take chances and all those things, and you have a game plan, because if you're going to trade with options, you have to think it through. You have to know, okay, I mean, you have to put your odds together and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna get. If I make this, I'm gonna let, if I have a winning trade, I'm gonna let it run. How are you gonna let it run? You need to be like, okay, you don't want to lose a trade ever. If you're on a winning trade, you have to find a way. If you could put like a trailing stop loss, you have to find a way to protect your trade. I personally love to use trailing stop losses, where you could trail a winning trade, and just make sure that you don't lose more, but you could actually gain more instead of losing. So if you're not sure about like what kind of stocks do you want to invest in, you can go on Yahoo and find out the stocks that people are actively, like the stocks that people trade. I really don't know how to really like screen stocks. It's kind of tricky to know how to accurately screen stocks. Personally, I'm not good with that, but I like to go on Yahoo or MSN and go on the finance side and they have like a stock screener where they'll screen the stocks, and they'll tell you like the top stocks based on their finances and things like that. And it's actually pretty good, because I remember I actually bought Activision after I saw its screening from MSN Finance, and it was a good investment, because right now I'm making like 50% of my investment from the 50% gain from the time that I bought Activision. So yeah, so the reason why I'm saying you should put like 70% of your investment in stocks and 30% of your money in options is because options are risky, and like I said, it's something where it's like you can make a lot of money and you can also lose a lot of money, and you have to know how to protect your gains. You have to know when to take your money out. So let's say you have like, I'm sorry, okay, let's say you have it like this. You put 70% in stocks and 30% in options. Okay, if you had 1,000 bucks, that means you have $300 in options, right? You have $300 in options. If you were to make a lot of money from that, okay, let's say, okay, if you have if you have $300 in options, I usually like to put like 30%, I mean 10% in each trade. Like I like to have like 10 trades. I like to have like 10 trades with my options, and I like to have like 10% of my option in each trade that I have in an option. So that would mean that if you have like 300 bucks, you have to divide that by 10, and that would give you like $30 to spend on each option. And there are options that you can actually buy for $30. There are options, yes, but personally sometimes it's kind of tricky. So personally, I do not really buy too many $30 options. Like I like to buy between like $100 and $200 per option personally. So the reason why I love options, I will tell you why, is because it's kind of hard to really explain. It's because with options, right, if you have like a winning trade, if you have a trade, you can make up to 1,000%. Like I have honestly made 1,000% gains before. Like I've made quite like a couple of 1,000% gains. And if you make like 1,000% gains, that means whatever amount that your capital was, you can add a zero behind it. So if you invested like $100 and you make 1,000% of $100, that is equal to $1,000 right there. Okay, if you make 1,000% of $100, that means you've made $1,000. And just imagine, I'm sorry, my voice is getting dry. Just imagine that you had invested, that you had $300 in options, in option investment, and you decided to use $100 in one of your trades, and it's doing very well, and you make 1,000% gain. You make $1,000, and that more than covers for your 300 bucks, and that too can cover if you have any loss in your stocks, in your stock position. So that's why I like options. I know this videos turned out to be very long. I didn't mean for it to be very long, and I don't know if my explanations have been really good enough. I hope they were. I hope they're helpful to someone, and I hope my story has been helpful. And I also hope that I've not been rambling a lot, like going all over the place and talking about everything. I'm just trying to make it as easy as I can. If you guys have any questions or anything, just leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I love to talk about finance. Like, it makes me happy. Thanks for watching.